Saturday Night Live, actually. The juice bar shot to be lit. Yeah, kid. Come on in. Y'all know I ain't waiting. Let's go. Look like we good on all platforms. Yeah, kid. That feeling. Let's do it. Yes. That's 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. On a Saturday. We missed yesterday. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, I know niggas not saying that no more. I'm gonna need you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Mutal, Assalamu alaikum, what's the word? My brother want to check in early on YouTube, and we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. Shout outs to all the new people. And we in the end game because today's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. Obviously, I normally do my show on Friday, but we was out dancing. I was a dancing machine. And shout outs to all the Virgos, you know what I mean? Because Nas said, freedom of jail clips inserted, a baby's being born, same time a man's murdered, the beginning and end. And what are we talking about? Talking about life, and we talking about death, right? And last night we was out celebrating life. All the Virgos, big Virgos, know what I mean? Virgo season. And my lady's a Virgo, my aunt is a Virgo, whose birthday we was celebrating. My nigga Blackface a Virgo, Sherry a Virgo, my nigga Famous is a Virgo. And if you follow the channel, I appreciate you, but then you know that in my family or in my circle, I got a lot of Capricorns. Like, it's overwhelming. Scorpios, we the best. But I got a lot of Capricorns in the circle, and right under that is the Virgo. So we was in Harlem having a good time. What is it, the Victoria Hotel. Second time being there, but the first time was just like in the bar area. This time we was on the rooftop having fun and shit. Had a good time. The ambiance was nice. Shout outs to Mike. And while I quoted the Nas line, freedom of jail clips inserted, a baby's being born, same time a man's murdered, the beginning and end. We also in the end game because while we was doing the two-step and, you know what I mean, right foot one time, left foot one time, while we was doing that and people are having a good time and they celebrating more life, other people are dying. And last night in hip-hop, or today rather, last night was Fat Man Scoop, you know, falling off the stage or falling down on the stage, etc. He had a medical emergency, and then ultimately today, when you click on the news, we find out that he lost his life, and whatever happened with him medically, I don't know. You know, I'm not the coroner and I'm not a doctor. He lost his life, and the Most High said, "Come, my child, it's time to come back over here." And you know, a lot of times, because you the star in your own movie, you the star in your own life, while you having a good time and you celebrating, other people is in pain. Other people are going through things that you only know about them when you going through them, and when you going through them, they celebrating, and that's why it's like that. And I want to speak about obviously Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Fat Man Scoop, like all the people that you hear coming out now talking about him. They obviously talking about him in a pleasant light, in a loving light, humble, good brother. I met Scoop before obviously out of Harlem. You know what I mean? Isaac Freeman is his real name. And I want to speak about it. One, obviously, we never know when we're going to be out of here. When your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. Your kids, your grandkids, your PhD, your job at the law firm, your doctor degree, whatever you got going, you're out of here. And a lot of people, and it's not nothing wrong with it, especially like people that's in the public eye. You're an athlete of the highest form and you're the best around. You're an actor, whoever you are, right? When they give the speeches, when they give the acceptance, when they're accepting these awards, what's some of the first things they say? Say God, right? Put God first. Couldn't be here without God and the Most High. Some of them say Jesus Christ, Astaghfirullah. Some of them say the Most High, right? Or, whatever it is, Jah and, Joshua and or Yahoo or whatever it is, right? That you believe. Then it's the family. Then it's, the people that helped me to get here. And rightfully so. Because, we all here in the twinkling of an eye. Some Thanos shit, like with one snap, I can just snap my fingers and half of existence will cease to exist. And although that may sound frightening, as he say in the movie, you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same and for all of us. And we all got an expiration date. But what are you doing between the dash? Because some people will remember, right, in the end game, when they're like, I hope they remember you. You have my respect. And some of us, when we go, unfortunately, because of the life that we live, we not thought about after the body is put in the ground. Even before that, in the funeral, people on their phone. Have you ever, I've just been to a recent funeral, maybe like a month and a half ago, right? People on their phone, they want to Instagram it, they want to show it off, and you're gone. Your closet get cleaned out. The shoes you thought was fire, you only wore them twice. Somebody don't even care about them shits. Them shits is trash to them. They go in the garbage. They go to the homeless. They go to Goodwill. Whatever little trinkets and shit you got in your house that you thought was important, to somebody else it doesn't mean anything. And it's thrown in the trash. They moving in your crib, right? And so you realize, for some of us, right, and you live long enough, hopefully, that family is the most important. That, like the Stylistics once sung, is it the Stylistics? I think it is the Stylistics. People make the world go round. Like, people make the world go round. Relationships and cherishing those moments, because whether you live to be 83 or 53 like Fat Man Scoop, and a lot of people will be like, oh, wait a minute. That's young in life, right? And just to put some perspective, if you will, because I know everybody don't have the same belief that I have, and that's fine. Just like I don't believe a lot of shit that y'all believe. It says that one day in our life is like 1,000 to the Most High. So you live 40 years, 50 years, that's a long time. You lived a lot of thousands of years in the Lord's eye. So it's like, nah, you come with me at 12 years old, 11 years old, like those two little kids that killed themselves on live. I think they was cousins, Karan, and I can't think of the girl name. And she killed him first, then she ended up picking up the gun, or the gun dropped, pop, pop, killed her. It don't matter if you 5 years old and you like the people in Palestine and you getting bombed, or you live to be 80. You live to be 110. Like we see some of the people that they put on the news, like, oh, celebrating his 105th birthday. You still out of here. And do you ever think about when you out of here? And then you think about some of the people who their relationships, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends or associates, it's always in a disarray. It's always me against the world on some Tupac shit. And you say when they're gone, a lot of people don't reverence them, or they don't have barbecues or memorials. And so I just want people to think about that, because again, while you celebrating, while you was out like I was last night, celebrating and having a good time, he had his incident, and then when you wake up, when the Most High bless you with life today, because today is a gift, and you see in the news like, oh shit, Fat Man Scoop died, 53 years old. So condolences to his family, and you know, rest in peace. He will be missed, obviously, in the hip hop community. Now let's get to some hip hop as far as he's concerned, right? To a lot of these new artists, and what you can learn from him, what you can take from him. You hear all the songs, you know what I mean? You got a $50 bill, put your hands up, and all of the songs that he got, right? And whether you classify him as a DJ, a hype man, inspire a lot of other people. And I would throw Swiss in there. Obviously, you know, a extraordinary producer, in my opinion. Swiss Beats is up there, you know what I mean? Got a lot of classics under his belt where you can make, riding in my drop top with my jury on, like little simple songs. And you hear like a lot of the rappers that's out now, they don't got no hits like Fat Man Scoop. Can't even come close. And you hear KRS-One, and obviously he might be old school to a lot of you, but he like, you know what I mean? Forget flow for flow. Let's go show for show. And let's see who can rock a crowd. Let's see who can have the crowd dancing all night. You know what I mean? Peter Parker, what's the word? Let's see who can rock the crowd the longest, right? And I'm hyped today. This is a little hot outside, might rain and all that. Let's see who can rock the crowd the longest. Let's see who can keep people out of their seats the longest. When you put somebody up like Fat Man Scoop, who's not considered an artist, you know, a rapper, right? And they do a verses, let's say, with a lot of these, some of the people y'all like. He'll put on his joints, Fat Man Scoop, Crooklyn Clan, Fat Man, and all that, to the beans, and then you'll put your songs on, and nobody will move a muscle. We'll just be looking, and you know what I mean, looking like, all right, maybe bopping the head a little bit if it's a hit and beat, but you ain't rocking the crowd. Nigga ain't getting on those skates and rocking out. You ain't going up to a joint and, you know what I mean, doing a little WAP and all that, or whatever it is that you doing on the dance floor. And like 50 said, you know, we just a little two-step in the club. You can't even do that to all, like you putting out bullshit after bullshit, then you throwing more bullshit on top of that, and nobody's checking. But when you look online with the views and, you know, the following, you think they winning. But you can't rock a crowd. You don't even have an inkling of how to rock a crowd. And somebody like Fat Man Scoop, again, there's no knock on him because he got hits on his belt, whether you think it's few or it's two-party joints. However you view it, he got hits that, one of the interviews, because obviously when people die, unfortunately, all the interviews come out, everybody show you love, you know what I mean? And that's why Drake like, nah, I don't want to die for them to miss me. Hope I got some brothers that I'll say, go tell a story, it was different for me. God's plan. And, you know, you see all of, and not saying that it shouldn't be this way. Obviously, when somebody that's revered, somebody that put in work or is considered a legend in the game, or, you know, whatever game, whether it's, you know, sports or acting or a teacher or whatever, right? You have motion, you push it in motion, and people follow you. You should get your flowers while you're alive and after you're gone. So, but now you see a lot of people with the old interviews or the pictures of him, etc., etc., and you even hear him saying, "Yo, I do 3 shows a week. A lot of my shit is in Europe, or you know, I'm overseas, and you know, just because you may not see an artist or an entertainer over here in the United States with motion." And another person, even though he old, but I'm bringing him up because he came to mind, is Master Ace, right? Some of y'all probably don't even know who he is. But Master Ace, like, I don't care if they don't play me on the radio or people don't see me. I'm overseas in other countries getting money. I get money I got, like the 50 Cent song. I get money I got. I forget whether he was on a college show or whether he was on 105 or whether he was on Hot 97. But the point he was making is just because you don't see me, don't mean I'm not getting to the bag. Just because you don't hear my songs on the radio, don't mean that I'm not popping. Like I Mr. Poppington on some Desco shit, on some Dame Dash, and shout out to my nigga Dame, right? And you may hear somebody else, and I'm gonna just throw name out, a Ice Spice or, you know, a Fergie Baby or whatever, shout outs to Harlem, right? Or whoever you think, you know, is lit, because you're hearing their songs on the radio. They may not be getting to the bag like other artists. And so that's what I think people should take from Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, you know what I mean? Make hit records. It is the music business. So if you're not making hits, and to quote Nice and Smooth, We keep coming back with more and more hits. More and more hits, it's the music business. People gonna fuck with you and rock with you because of your music first, although times are changing. You know what I mean? And it's a new era, so I got a new hat to call Hov. Nowadays, you probably can get popping for doing something else. And the music don't have to be stellar. And I was just on a live with, well, not with him, but watching his live. JD, you know what I mean, Jermaine Dupri. He had SNS on there. Shout out to SNS Harlem in the building. And this real quick before we get to the next topic, right? We're still talking about Fat Man School. Rest in peace, condolences to his family. JD was kind of like talking about the contrasts of what's going on now, obviously with the streams, how many streams you got to get in order to get paid, how the numbers is manipulated and artists is not really getting paid, versus back when dipping in the Rari, the Jaguar, switching both lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing. When he came out on the Hope track, right? How people came out with albums and singles and good music. And if you didn't have good music, then niggas didn't want to hear you at all. Like nowadays, what they was pretty much speaking about, the takeaway that I got from the little time that I was watching the live is people just throwing shit at the wall hoping to stick now. I'm going to just come out with this mixtape. I'm going to come out with this. You keep dropping bullshit. You're not putting out no quality projects. And he like, you might as well just put out a mixtape. And then also, lastly, before we get off it, if you a new artist, he like the streaming service, they ripping you off. You got to get so many streams just to get a couple dollars. And y'all know what I'm going to say next on the channel, right? Because that's your money, son. Because that's your money. You got to jump through so many hoops just to get paid. Whereas if you do a Master P, to throw him out there, or any other artist that came out and went straight to the consumer, and you're the distributor, you know what I mean? You're the distro, right to the customer with your own website, or your CDs, or your drop cards, or whatever link you could give the fans, you know, the people that rock with you, to buy from you. If you got 10,000 fans and you sell each of your tapes for $10, $20, do the math. You're going to make more money that way than through the streams. You're going to make more money that way. So he was dropping some drop. I was watching a live either not live, we was out last night, Thursday night. And I just thought that was interesting because, again, it's not a lot of good music out. Just my opinion. It's a lot of artists, like, I mean, there's so many fucking artists, like, almost now, like, that's looked at, nigga look down on artists. And it's no knock on nobody. Like, if you're an artist, whether you're an old artist, a new artist, whether you're an old artist in age, and you in your 40s and you still want to rap because you're nice or you think you're nice, I don't knock, because I feel like, you know, the other genres of music, it's no age limit. You could be whatever age you are, and they're not looking at you like, you old, you can't make no country songs. You old, you can't make no rock and roll songs. You old, you can't make no R&B songs. You old, you can't do this, you can't do that. Hip hop is the only genre of music where we looking at people with, and I get it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, bro, you've been around for a long time, and you know what I mean? Now you want to come out with an album and your mixtape, etc. A lot of street niggas. So I bust on, you hear Buster say, like, and a lot of street niggas stop looking for cosigns. You know, we not co-signing you just because you a street nigga, and now you can put a little hip, hop, the hippity, you can put a little couple of words together. Now you think you can enter the arena with the nice niggas and challenge on some Bill Cosby. You're not fucking with us. Stick to what you was doing because you're not nice like us. I get that part, but we the only, you know, genre of music that look at people like that. Like, yo, dog, you're 47 or you're 37 or whatever. You trying to come out with songs now? And, you know, I disagree with that part. If it's good music, then it's good music. Well, let's get to some other shit, though, right? Rest in peace, Fat Man School, Brooklyn Clan, Fat Man School. Let's get to this shit. Let's get to Dr. Umar Johnson, right? And he just recently issued a challenge, speaking of challenges, to D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, even I think he said Roland Martin if he wanted to be on there, and Steve Harvey, right? And you know, the challenge was, if you're not familiar, even though it was spinning in the clip, as I like to say, spinning in the clip, meaning it's viral. Everybody posting, everybody talking about it. For the new people on the channel, and we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram, right? Appreciate you. He went viral, and he's been viral a few times. Obviously, certain figures and public figures, if you will, people in the public eye for whatever reason, right? When I first got wind of Dr. Umar Johnson, because I didn't know who he was maybe two years ago. He was in Vegas at the slot machines, and as a gambler, you know, I'm a gambler, for, you know, if you don't know, because that's your money, son. And people was giving him flack for talking about the school and getting donations for the school. I think he wanted $2 million, right? $2 million, like the purple tape, 1.5, $2 million, and people like, yo, bro, you sitting at the slot machines, you gambling, you in Vegas, yet you reaching out to us and telling us that we should be donating to you. The optics look bad. So that was like one of my first times talking about Dr. Umar. Fast forward, he's been in the media a few times, and now it's King Kong consciousness, right? And King Kong ain't got shit on me, to quote Denzel from Training Day, right? And it's election time, like Def Jam Comedy, Choker, you know, I be fucking the names up. Choker Aquarius, Def Jam Comedy. I forget what comedian was saying this, but this shit was mad funny. This one of the lines that I remember, and he was like, you know, my father was a Muslim, my mom's was a Christian, and every year around Christmas time, my grandmother would be like, well, what you mean the kids can't have no presents? It's Christmas time. And like the way he said it was mad funny, right? And now it's election time. So they beating on us hard, like depending on what sites you follow, you know, what profiles you follow, who you follow. Everything is DNC, DNC, DNC. It's like Run DMC when they came out in the 80s with My Perfection, and that shit just beating on your drums. Or if you're a Republican, they flushing Donald Trump, you know, down your ear. And for the newbies that's on my channel, I'm not neither. So when I speak about politics, if I choose to, I speak from neutral grounds. I'm not one side, yeah, on the other side. I try to view it to the best of my ability from a level, you know, mindset. And I just try to call a spade, and the quote hold, it just is what it is, right? So anyway, Dr. Umar Johnson, he like, yo, DL Hughley, hit me on the bat line. Steve Harvey, hit me on the bat line. Woo, hit me on the bat line. Let's do a public debate, and let's talk about why the black vote, but you're black. Why the black vote should go either way, right? And because he don't got the school still, that's why I had to mention that, while he was in the gambling spot, you know what I mean? He still don't got the school. For whatever reason, you could call him a scammer or a slick talker. You know, in the good book it says, some people's speech of this world will dazzle you, but they're going to lead you right to the wrong situation. They're going to lead you right to the hellfire, actually, right? And so you hear some of these people speak, and this shit sound like, you know, musical orgasms. That shit is orgasms in your ear. And it's like, oh, all these words, and they flipping it and bouncing it. And this shit sound spectacular. So they reel you in. They rope you in. And now you're hanging on like a cliffhanger to every single word that they say. But they still saying some bullshit. And like Dr. Dre said in the album, like, I see your lips moving, but you ain't saying a motherfucking thing. You're not saying anything, but because you got the PhD in front of your name. And I'm not knocking anybody that is educated, that went to college, or you did extracurriculums, right? And you got all them shits in your bag, and you a smart motherfucker, right? Your degree is high level. I'm not knocking you, because we should seek higher education, right? Coming from somebody that didn't really take education that serious. Anyway, Dr. Umar is very, I think, intelligent, right? But he might be a little slick talking. So DL Hughley like, yo, I'll debate you right inside that auditorium or that lunchroom of the school, and woo. And And I say, damn. And I follow DL Hughley, right? I'm not sure if you do, but I do. And obviously he with the Democrat, or as some people online saying, the Democratic plantation. And it's like, bro, if you repping the Democrat Party, if you always posting some shit about the Democrat Party and you feel we should go that way, you should be able to stand 10 toes down, front and center, and express that, or, you know, explain your point on why, and go against somebody like Umar, as opposed to the deflection. And it's like, you know, like what women be doing, and I hate it. And I don't want to use this what I'm about to say, because when I'm under some of these posts, and y'all know I be in the comments all the time. I hate it. Social media. I'm not exempt to it. When I'm under these posts and shit, I be one comment too. When I do, I be in the comments reading. I mean, a lot of women, right, which I dislike because they pick and choose when they want to use these type of arguments. So I look at it as like low level, or you don't really got no ground to stand upon, so you want to use sign language, as Kevin Samuels will say. Shame, insult, guilt, and it need to be right. And it's like, all right, you sassy, because you ain't like what I said. I disagree with you. So I'm a heterosexual man. I'm a man that like women. And your only comeback is you down low, you sassy, you sound zesty. And that's kind of like what he did. And I hate to use that, but it's like, bro, why are you talking about the school that you know doesn't exist? He said he didn't disrespect you. He didn't call you out your name. He called you brothers. He invited you on some mano y mano, even though he was talking this shit like, yo, we could get 3-on-1. You know what I mean? Like, y'all three, even if you want to add Roland Martin, make it 4-on-1, and I'm going to cut all you niggas if we get on the debate on live TV. I'm going to show you why I'm on my side of the fence and why your side of the fence is wrong. My cousin Riri on the check-in. And to come with the school, you know, it's no school, it's no this. It's not a lot of things, right? And again, I don't know why, but I know in my last live, we was talking about Juvenile, and you're working with some mass there, Nash there, and why he got kicked off the plane, and having our own airlines is one of the least things, but we do need supermarkets. We do need our own schools, like Dr. Umar want to do. We do need our own hospitals. We need a lot of shit as old, but you're black. And the only people that's going to get it, yeah, I can say it, and like I said last week, people that's watching may say, well, will you go do it then, nigga? You talking all that shit on your channel, you go do it. And I would say, yeah, you're right. And if I had the means to do it, then I would do it. And then you would have to just call my bluff and take my word. If I was a billionaire, a gazillionaire, if I knew other billionaires and gazillionaires, I would get them on the line. So, I need 500,000 from you. I need $1 million from you. I need $2 million from you. I need this. Listen, we're gonna put black hospitals, black schools, etc., in a lot of these different black neighborhoods. And when I say black, I mean African American, or as they say now, foundational black African Americans, right? Not the Caribbeans, not the Jamaicans, not anybody else. No, us that was brought over here all them years ago when we still here. For us, right? Like Kendrick Lamar was saying, they not like us. I'm bringing that up to say, could be a lot of reasons why Umar don't got to school. Because why he got to get donations from the regular folks when it's a 50 Cent out there, when it's the Jay-Z out there rapping about how much they Basquiat's cost, you know what I mean, whatever type of money. And again, just like Simone Biles, donated whatever she donated to, and people was a little mad looking at her like, yo, we need this, because we do. If you work hard and you become the best around and nothing's ever going to take you down, and you rich and you a millionaire or a million times over, nobody can tell you what the fuck to do with your money. We can suggest. We can say, us other poor people, us other indigent people, and us uneducated people at the bottom. Like from the bottom to the top, now we here. We can suggest and ask for, even I'm not personally speaking, I'm not looking for no handouts, and I know nobody's coming to save me. That's how I operate. It is going to be what it's going to be. Or as Cam and Mason, it is what it is, right? Some people are thinking they're going to get saved, whether it's the Democrat Party or not. And so I'm just bringing this up to say, why did he have to ask for donations in the first place? You got the idea. You got the know-how. You seem like you know what you're talking about, even though I just said some people with the speech of this world will dazzle you and trick you up and then scam you. Why you got to ask for the money? And why are you deflecting? If you don't want to debate, then just say, nigga, I don't want to debate. I think you're going to wash the floor with me, and I'm over here doing what I'm doing. This is what I believe, but I don't want to defend what I believe. I just want to have freedom of speech, come online, tell people I'm on this side and they should be on this side with me, but I don't want to say why to somebody that's challenging me. And I just thought that was like, not a low blow, because even Dr. Umar did answer back. Like, all right, you say you want to debate in the auditorium, well, That's being fixed up because of some work, but I got a spot for us to do it. Name the time, name the place, and like the Shogun, rest in peace, I will designate his ass. Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please. Nigga was like, name the place, name the time, and I will personally designate his ass. And you know, I don't be saying no homo or none of that. That's for y'all niggas. I don't be saying no homo. Well, let's get to some other shit, right? Let's get to another trending hot topic. And I really can't wait to get to this topic because this shit got a lot of women that they feel like they want it. And I hate for it to be like I'm, you know, going against women or men against women online, right? Let's just first of all with that, because I'm not against anybody. I'm actually pro-black. I'm for the people, and I got a strong passion for the people. I wish we wasn't in the predicaments that we was in, and you know, on some Malcolm X. Wish we could change it up, and we can if we want to, right? But that's my sense. I'm not against nobody, but the spade is the spade, and it just is what it is. And like Hope said, you can't give credit to anything Duke said. Same dude give you ice, now you offer some head. Like, just can't do it and being the person that I am. Like how I'm, you know, wired, especially with a channel and the voice, whether it's little or whether my shit grow to 1 million fucking subs and followers, I'm still gonna be the same person I am. That's why I always quote Redman, what you see is what you get, and what you getting is your ass kicked, you know what I mean? But anyway, this doctor, Kareem Akbar, she is the true leader of the CNB. And just before we go any further, I didn't watch the whole interviews of the Nick Cannon or of the Cam Newton, right? And we talking about, I think her name is Cheyenne, or I know I'll be fucking the names up and saying words wrong. First I thought it was cayenne or some cayenne pepper, like the Porsche that I had, right? I'm like, all right, well, her name is, I think it's Cheyenne though, Cheyenne Bryant. And she's a doctor, a psychologist, right? Even though some people are now questioning where she got a degree at, what school you went to, who said you a doctor, like, you know what I mean? Who is you and who stamped you, who gave you the stamp of approval? And I don't even care about that, right? Because people are gonna be who they wanna be, and I always quote this on the channel from prison because it's relevant in prison and it's relevant out here, even though out here is the internet. So once you put shit on the internet, niggas is computers be computing on some cam shit. But in prison it's like you could be anybody who you could be anybody you wanna be until somebody comes to that particular prison, because there ain't no phones, ain't no social media. Some niggas be having, but you know what I'm saying. You could be whatever you want in Comstock to somebody from another jail or from outside that went to school with you, that lived in your building, come to that same jail. And now it's like, oh, you went here as a Jew, let's just say, right? But a nigga come like, y'all just was in the world with you, or I just was with you, bro. You wasn't that, you was this, or, you know what I mean? People could pull your card, so to speak. And so out here, online, especially with the makeup and the filters, you could be Beyonce. Ladies, that's you. You know I'm being serious. I was going to say I'm being funny, but I'm not. No, but I'm being serious. You could be whatever you want with all of these filters. Which you could buy your followers. Which you could start putting some quotes and shit online. And because it's a lot of sheep, people will follow. People will think you're a doctor. And again, I'm not saying she is or she isn't. But we in the end game because Dr. Cheyenne Bryant was on the Nick Cannon show. Then she jumped on the Cam Newton podcast. And when you look under a lot of these posters online, you have a lot of women. That's why I started with y'all first. Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Y'all like, she ate. She broke them niggas down to the very last compound. Broken homes and low functioning. She ate and niggas is afraid and, you know, we intimidated by the women. I could think smart and all this other bubblegum shit. As I perceive it. You can like it, you can run, you can tread it, you can run from it. But destiny arrives all the same. And I'm going to state my argument and y'all can spin it in the clip, make me go viral. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. And I'm not going to back it up with science, but I am going to back it up with something else. So let's get to Dr. Brian, right? Got the chain on that say Dr. Brian. And I get it. Like, we in 2024, you know, you could be whatever you want. You can have your ass cheeks out as women empowerment. But again, I didn't watch all of the interviews. I just seen various clips. And my first initial reaction while listening, for especially the one with Cam, titties is all out, perched up together. You got the Dr. Brian chain on like you a rapper. And I didn't know who she was. You know what I mean? Probably like a lot of you. Till you go viral, right? I'm like, Dr. Brian, okay, psychologist. I thought she was like a love and hip hop. Thought she was a rapper. Keep it a buck with y'all. As I'm listening, intelligent and she's attractive. Let's not take nothing from her, right? Even at 41, I guess she's 41, no kids, no husband. You know what I mean? Jada Pinkett. People, a lot of men is bringing that up, and a lot of women say, oh, everybody don't want to be married and woo, 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 But it's a lot to unpack, so I'm going to be jumping all over the place. But Kevin Samuels, right? Right. What was y'all saying about it? I say y'all, I'm talking about the ladies. Where the ladies at? Where the lady? What was y'all saying? Oh, he got 2 failed marriages. Who the fuck is he to be talking about relationships? Who the fuck is he to be telling women this and this and this and that? Right, so only thing men are doing is saying, okay, well, 41, look good, you look the part. Where's the kids? Where's the husband? Where's your boyfriend? Where's he at? Like, hello, is anybody home? And I get it. You don't have to be with anybody. You can, if that's what you want to do. So I'm not judging. I'm pointing out some things. Follow me, right? All right, cool. You're not married. You ain't got no boyfriend. You ain't got no kids. And you don't have to have that, right? At least you ain't bring no kids into the world, right? But a lot of men are questioning. All right, well, even Cam asked her, like, yo, you look good. You smart. I'm a PhD. I wish I had the button because Kevin Samuels definitely would have hit the button. I'm a PhD. Well, you're smart. No, man. And what Beyonce say? Maybe y'all take it from her. She like, you know, you flawless, but your dynasty ain't complete without a queen like me. On the Upgrade You song, because a lot of people, or I should say women, thought the song was talking down to niggas. And they wasn't really listening. They just was probably listening to the beat. But I quote this a lot on the show. Let me upgrade you, mean not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm better than you. Now I'm going to compliment you. When you go into the meetings for a meal, I'm going to help you get that. I'm going to help fit the bill. I'm going to add value to you, not talk down to you. I'm going to still be home fly doing my job, but doing it fly, right? And so, okay, you smart, you look good, you sound intelligent. What happened? I know I would have loved to see her and Kevin, call on a call, right? And when he asked her, like, yo, so what is it? Are you looking for a unicorn, or are you asking for too much? What was her response? Because she, caught in the cab, a lot of women is queens of engagement. Everybody want to marry you, but no ring. You don't get no ring on your finger. And again, I'm not saying that in a negative way. What I'm saying is I used to watch his show, like a lot of other shows. And that's why I was entertaining. Because he would ask the women, why are you not married? Oh, I've been engaged 4 times. I had 8 niggas propose to me. Okay, well, you had 8 niggas propose, but where's the ring? Where's the horse and carriage? And where's the, Bundy and Peggy? Where's that at? Where's Ted Bundy and Peggy at? We don't see it. And she like, my first couple, starting to sound like Cap. Starting to sound like a cat. She like, my first couple, he had to ask her, like, all right, well, we talking about first 2, first 3. She like, yeah, first 2, maybe you could say the first 3, because she been proposed to 4 times. No marriage out of it. She like, the first 2 or 3 times, it was me. And I give her props for taking accountability, if you will. She like, I was functioning low, and so woo. And I guess the last one, right? She was functioning high, he was low on some Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. It just sounds like a lot of verbal verbiage that sound like bullshit, right? Whether you got a PhD or you're a psychologist or not. But this is where I want to bring my arguments. I just had to get some of those thoughts out, right? Same thing when Nick asked her and shit. And I'm sure some of y'all probably watched all of the interview. I didn't. I ain't got time. When I was looking at him, y'all think she ate. I don't think she ate. And this is what I really want to talk about, though. The broken home topic. Because now you got even some men, Mr. Let Go, a couple other channels. Can't think of the other brother channel who I watch. I'm in these YouTube streets. Y'all know I run through these social media platforms. And they should have never like, yo, I'm here now. And they should have never a lot of men saying, yo, she ate, it is a broken home. And you hear Cam ask her like, well, what's the definition and what metric are we using to say that it's a broken home? Because he's like, all my kids live with me. I'm super active. I'm super pouring into my kids. Like, how is it broken? And then she went on to explain a mad long colloquy, a whole bunch of shit. And this is my argument, not no science, but I'm going to say this, right? Because Islam been around. Islam is one of the 3 biggest religions in the world. Probably the biggest. And I follow to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect. You can take that and do what you want with it. But you got Christianity, you got Islam, and this is no order. And you got Judaism, people that follow the Jewish faith, right? Even though Christianity and the Jews, they got the same book. One is the Old Testament, one is the New. We ain't going to get into that. But Islam, right, and the Islamic way and tradition. Follow me. So you can see if Cam and Nick Cannon is creating broken homes. People like them, not regular people. And I don't mean money. This is what I mean. So Islam been around since 610 AD, right? And that's after Christ for those that don't know. And in Islam, real quick, the good book says you can have 2 wives, 3, 4. So I'm paraphrasing the verse. It don't even start with 1. The good book, the Most High, says you can have 2. You can have 3. She's your queen to be, or 4 wives, provided that you can take care of them financially and treat them equally. It don't say nothing about love. Treat them equally. Now let me add this other caveat before I get to my point. In Islam, you can't have your wives living under the same roof. So even if you got the means, right? And you know on the channel, what I'm going to say. And you rock with the channel, what's coming next? Right. Because that's your money, son. Even if you got the money in 2024 or 20, well, no matter what year it is, going back to them when they had camels and horses and lambs and shit, and that was considered riches. Even if you had the money for a whole bunch of wives, they can't live under the same roof. This is Islamic. It's not my opinion, not quoting on, because when it comes to Islam, I'm not going to quote my opinions. I'm going to say what it is. Even if I say, yo, I fall short of that, I'm not going to make no excuse for my lower desires and say, nah, I'm supposed to be like, I'm going to just say, no, this is what it is, I fall short of that, or this is what it is, and I'm rocking with that. I'm following that. Even if you got the money, your wives can't live with you. So what does that mean? What is the meme going around with the nigga from The Wire, and he like this, the black dark-skinned brother? So what does that mean? That mean I got the money, I got 4 wives, let's just say I got 2 wives, to make it simple for y'all. So that means one wife is in one house, the other wife is in another house. So if I have kids with both of them, what does that mean? Oh, that means one child is in the house with one wife, the other child is in the other house with the other wife. What does that mean? That means I'm not 2 people. I can't be in 2 places at one time like the song. And if you think you lonely now, then wait until tonight. So that means some days I'm going to be at wife B house. Some days I'm going to be at wife A house. Are those broken homes? That's the first question. Are those what I just described in that scenario and that analogy, because that's Islam, are those broken homes? You can leave it in the comments. You can think about it in your head. They're not broken homes. Not just because it's Islam even, it's religious. What's broken homes to me? That's why he asked her. Well, what do you consider? Because the kids live with me. And she's like, yeah, well, then I mean, if the baby mothers, because he is not married, if the baby mothers or the mother of his kids, which is the correct term, they somewhere, she like, it's still broken. No, it's not. In my opinion, this is what makes the broken home, to me. When you're in a relationship with a woman, you have a kid. You realize that was the wrong woman. She realized you was the wrong man, even though she still had the baby. The old keeper nigga baby. It's trauma there. It's disdain there. It's resentment there. Y'all don't see eye to eye. It's chaotic. It's toxic. You only getting the kid because you went to court and you got visitation rights. the child when they become of age, meaning the mind frame and whatever age that is, that they know they going to daddy house for 2 days because this is his days. They know that mommy is talking bad about daddy. Daddy is calling mommy a bitch when she's not around, and it's always conflict, it's always tension where you can cut it with a knife. That's broken homes. When you ain't seeing your kids from a long period of time, it's just a lot of bullshit going on because y'all don't like each other. Y'all don't love each other no more. You're not in love no more. You're not co-parenting. You just existed in the child life due whatever circumstance. And again, it varies with a lot of different single baby mothers, baby fathers. It varies. So you can put whatever scenario you want. If it's no resentment, if it's no disdain, we know that we are family. But you know I got more than one and I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care, like he said, I'm pouring in. He got mentor programs and he got other kids that he's sponsoring or working with. He's a football player, obviously, so it's discipline. It takes a certain level to be the best around. And when he was in the NFL, he was one of the best. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of not so much being high character, but being man enough to handle the job of raising his kids. That's why he took offense to it. Like, what you mean? Explain to me, and my kids is with me. I'm pouring into them love. I'm showing them discipline, and I'll bring this up. Boys in the Hood, iconic movie, right? John Singleton, motherfucking Tyrese, who's we're going to talk about next, spinning in the clip about the Jews, the Asians, and the Latinos. Just had his movie premiere, 1992. If you're old enough, and even if you're not, but I want to say if you're old enough, because when I seen the movie Boys in the Hood as a kid, we went to the movies to see it. You don't process it the same as you do when you're more mature, when you get older, when you live like the Locks off experience. And now in your older state, if you're old enough, when you see the movie, you know the movie is just not about gang niggas killing each other. You know it's just not about doughboys selling drugs and the fiend wanting to suck your dick and all of the shit like that. The movie really is about Fury, who's the father, to his son, Trey, who ultimately live, and I get it, you can have a father be in your life, etc., and still get killed. But it just so happens, as John Singleton wanted, everybody else around him died. Even Ricky, who was a good kid. Ricky, run! They still gunned Ricky down, but his mama was loose, smoking cigarettes. She wanted Fury. He didn't want her. Her other son, Doughboy, was running wild, went to prison, etc. No man around. And even though he was good at sports and possibly would have went to the NFL, he got murdered. Trey went to college. And you know why? Right, because in the beginning of the movie, when he hit the kid with the stick and for calling him an African booty scratcher, what Angela Bassett do in the iconic role? Because she played the role to the T. With the head swirl and you better come get your son and woo woo woo, smoking a cigarette and all that. And why did she tell him to come get his son? Because at a certain cutoff age, if you got a boy and you're a woman, you're not going to raise that boy to be a man. Even though some sisters in this different cases and obviously in certain, you know, what they call it, not unicorns, but situations where it's not common. I can't think of the word right now. You may have those situations where the brother may turn out right, end up still being a good man, although he was raised by a single mother, right? What Fury do when he came and got him? What he came and do when he got him? First, you're going to clean the fuck up. Even I don't know why the tub was mad dirty. Fury, you nasty, right, Sean? And Lawrence Fishburne, you nasty. Made him clean up. Made him do the grass. Tell him, listen, you ain't going to, he wanted to go with Doughboy and them, right? You ain't going to be doing that. And as they got older, you see the dynamic of the father and the son, because only a man can teach a boy how to be a man, whether you like it or not. That's the reality. Taught them how to move with women, and you better be wearing condoms, and schooling them, the little conversations that they had when they was fishing, etc. Teaching them how to be a man, right? Present. And I get he lived with him, etc. But I'm pointing that out to say, if Cam is doing that, if Nick is doing that, and they pouring into their kids, and obviously they got the resources, and I get it. Money don't raise you, but it is resources. So you can do other things that people that don't have it can do. Where's the brokenness at? The brokenness comes when you know your father not coming. When you see your moms and your pops arguing and one leave off, don't come back. When you ask for where daddy's at and it ain't no answer. When you can't call daddy. That's the brokenness. That's the trauma. That's the toxicity that one may go through coming up with parents that don't longer live together, don't see eye to eye, because you don't have to live together. Again, that's why I brought up Islam. Because I'm not saying their relationships and their kids is being raised perfect, but what I'm saying is we don't talk about people that's religious like Islam, that got multiple wives and multiple children by different wives. We don't view them as being broken families. Why? Because the structure there. You can get on the phone and call your dad. I can get your dad here right now. In fact, I'm sending you to your dad. Like, it's not like it's no disdain, it's no resentment. It's love there. And also, this is a saying that we familiar with. It takes a village, right? So if it takes a village, then that means even two parents is not enough. If it takes a village to raise a child, right? So if it's just one parent, that makes it even, that's where the brokenness comes. Or it's like you in and out, you jump roping, you double dutching. I don't think Cam is that way. I definitely, and I don't know for a fact, but just seeing him sit back, how he was talking, how he looked at her and questioned her, and what he said. He was like, nah, there ain't no brokenness here. My kids love me. I love my kids. I'm doing everything for my kids that I possibly can for the boys and the girls to raise them to be upstanding citizens and show them it is, what it is to be a productive members in society. And who the fuck are you with no kids tell me how the fuck I'm raising my kids? Because that's what y'all say, right? When you want the argument to be on your side, when we see somebody yelling at their kid, yelling at their son, beating their kid, beating their daughter, admonishing them, when that black lady beat her son in front of the white teachers, calling them all type of niggas, right? Some people was like, oh, the nigga, oh, my ears, my eyes, or some Phoebe French shit. But most of the people was like, yo, they was telling the people who had an issue with it, mind your business. Who the fuck is you to tell me what to do in my house with my kids? That was the argument. So my thing is, you can't have it both ways. I get it. I bet if his kids is old enough to articulate, if we ask them like, yo, is your father a deadbeat? Do you feel you're in a broken home? How do you feel your dynamic is with your moms and your pops? I guarantee you, and I don't got no money, but I'll be willing to bet anybody at least $20. So you can add up. If it's 20 of y'all, do the math. I'll be willing to bet anybody $20, $30, $50. Because I don't know how old his kids is. I didn't Google. I don't know none of that. Because it's not really important. But if they old enough to articulate and we was to ask them, how's the relationship with your moms and how do you feel how you being raised? I bet they say they loved. I bet they say their pops is all around. I bet they say their pops is teaching them life lessons and showing them how to be a man and to move like how he moving. Because he is doing well for himself. Even though people was, trying to clown him like Stephen A. and what's the other chick that be wearing the yellow fingernails all the time, Kimberly Martin. You know what I mean? Talking about him on First Take like he wasn't that dude or, he was the backup. Nah, Cam is that dude. Now you could say he choosing low-level women, as far as a stripper or, whoever his baby mothers is, and I don't even know who all three of them is. But I know the last one, or one of them came, I think her name is Jasmine. She came out, was like, I love serving. I love doing X, Y, Z. Honeycomb, what's the word? And the women was tearing her up. And the thing is, like, we live in a society nowadays where if you want to serve, that's looked down upon. I'm serving nobody. I'm up here. Everybody's up here and to serve or, to do a good deed or to help out or, it's like, damn, we that low level vibration that when a woman comes, because a lot of the comments was, oh, I feel bad for her because when he leave her, and then the thing is too, a lot of y'all open your legs, let him come in you, and I'm going to be graphic, bust all on your cheeks and all that, and you'll have his baby easily, him and Nick, even knowing that he got all these other women and babies. Why? Because he got money. Because that's your money, son. Because he got money and we get money over here and you broke. And your life is hard. And I'm not saying that like to talk down. I'm broke too and my life is hard as well. I'm figuring it out every day, trying to get better and make my situation better, right? to provide for the people I love for. But I'm not Nick. I'm not Ken. I don't mean I'm less than, but financially I'm not them. But a lot of you women, the same women in the comments that's talking down on them, that think Dr. Brian ate and she ate him, y'all would have his baby and you would be number 3 or number 4 or number 5 or future number 12. Say it ain't true. Say it ain't so. That's the facts. You can lie to yourself, like Ho said. You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me. You can lie to yourself. And that's what you're doing. Knowing you'll let him skeet and shoot the club up. But now, before we get off this topic, riddle me this, Batman. The analogy that I gave about the Islamic brothers having more than one wife, and the rule is you can't live together, meaning your wives, even if you're rich enough to get a whole big fucking mansion and you on this side. Like technically some brothers I'm sure probably play that role. They're wrong for that. You know what I mean? Like, nah, my house big enough so they got different interests. They don't even see each other because I don't want to drive all the way to Brooklyn and my other wife is in Jersey. You know what I mean? I'm 3 weeks over. I'm 3 days here. I'm 4 days there. I don't want to do that. So I'm rich enough. I got the means. I'm going to just build one big ass house and you're going to be on one side, you're going to be on the other side. No, that's not what Islam says. Can't live under the same roof. So in that scenario, are those broken homes? Are those broken homes? And who metrics are we going by? That's why he asked her that. You over here, we westernized, even though we've been over here and America's our country. And this is America. Don't catch you slipping. As much as you may not like it, and I be saying that shit, I don't hate the country that I'm from and I'm born and raised in, but it's a lot of fuckery. I see through the small, the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. Like, how you gonna see it when you live in, like, I see through certain things, so that makes me a little like, I'm gonna look with the side up, but I'm born and raised here. All my family's here. We born and raised here, and my ancestors, we built this shit. Not the immigrants and the people they trying to say now, no, us. The people Kendrick Lamar's talking about. And they not like us. They not like us. He's talking about the black African American, the foundational blacks of this country. Not the mix and the other people. Yeah, you got black in you, but you wasn't brought in. You came after the fact. You didn't go through the slavery like we did. We went through the getting raped and big and got and the old, and the soulful songs and all that. The Sam Cooks and Change Gonna Come. That's us. And everybody else comes here. And they try to re-engineer and rewrite history, and a lot of us let them do that shit. I'm talking about us. Nobody else got claimed. Like Tupac said, they all want to be black. They all want to be black. The have-nots. He's talking about us. Are those broken homes? I beg to differ. I think a broken home is a dysfunctional home. It's a home that the love is not there. It's friction. It's a lot of bullshit. It's contentment. The child don't know if he's going to see his father or not. I don't think Cam Newton kids or Nick Cannon kids ever think that. They may not see him for a few days because he's working. I don't think they ever think, damn, is daddy not going to come home? Daddy and mommy had to fight. The police had to come. It's trauma. You in the closet. That's fucking trauma in broken homes. And I can say that because I know what that's like. I know what growing up in a household like that is. Other people that I know what that's like. So I can identify easily. A home that got love, that's being poured into, that's working together as a unit, that's not a broken home, even if I'm 2 days over here and 3 days over here, especially if you got the money. Now, we know that niggas got baby moms that ain't got the money they got. You don't got the resources. So one baby mother may have a car because she working, another one is on the train. That's not their situation. And again, money doesn't make you high value. I get what Dr. Bryant was saying about the low function. I get that. But that's not what I'm talking about. I don't think Cam or Nick family is broken, but a lot of people thought she ate. Let's talk about this though, right? Speaking of being out the home. Let's talk about Judge Mathis, right? Because you smoke crack, don't you? Quote motherfucking Morgan Freeman off Lean On Me. You smoke crack, don't you? And he caught up with TMZ caught up with him. And what did he say? Some of the key things that he said. First and foremost, right? They've been married 39 years. So I'm not going to tell her she got to stay just because of that. I'm not going to tell nobody to stay in a fucked up situation or an abusive situation or a situation that's not serving them no more. Everything is, gotta serve me, and I get it. You should get some benefits out of the relationships that you're in, right? But what he say? He said, let me first clear this shit up, and let me be real clear. And it ain't got nothing to do with no kids and me being a pedophile or me doing anything like that. Let's be clear. And I'm glad he addressed it because I didn't hear those rumors, right? I didn't hear that. And what was the second thing? When they asked him, like, so is it anything to do with cheating? And he was like, well, when you out the house, right? Because this is another thing. And what the brother said, I can't be in two places at one time. When I'm there, I'm broke. When I'm gone, she always complaining about the things she got and the things she ain't got. And I can't be in two places at one time. So if you think you're lonely now, then bitch, wait till the night when them ghosts start flying all around the room, right? And he like, yo, I'm on business. I'm with my friends. We at the sporting events, and I get it. Put that woman first on some Jaheim shit. Little too much sporting events. Work is work, though. You know what I mean? But when you rich, I get it. You don't gotta work as much, so you can spend more time. But he like, yeah, to the question of infidelity, am I cheating? He like, nah, but I understand she may be feeling I'm always out the house. I'm never around. I'm always on the go. And when you of high value financially, and you putting in that work, great fire on the check-in, you're gonna be out the house. Where else you gonna be? Unless you working from the house. And obviously you in Hollywood. I don't know if he's still doing the show because I don't watch his shit. I used to take a peek at it a couple, years ago, but I haven't watched Judge Matthews show in forever, right? You smoke crack, don't you? And that's you know what I mean? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm being funny, but I'm not. I say, damn, though, on the flip side. Again, as long as there ain't no abuse, whether it's verbally, obviously, physically, you say, damn, I get it, you may want to do something different. You see social media, your heart may be saying one thing, but honestly speaking, 39 years together, and I don't even know how old I could Google it, but I'm not. Where are you going, ma'am? Ma'am, where are you going? Where are you going realistically? Now, you just want to get your back blown out, nigga, to drink a little horsepower, take forever to come and bust your ass. That's a whole different story. Maybe he ain't fucking all right like he used to. When you first meet it, you know what I mean? And you got to put the piping game down. Y'all know how I go. I mean, it just real talk on my channel. We don't run from no topics. We don't say anything, just to be saying it. When you first get with a woman, I'll keep it on the eye, like an ASAC and KSAC when you up north, and they tell you to keep it on the eye. I'm going to keep it on the eye. Any woman that I've been with, and I've been around, I'm going to keep it a buck on some Puff Daddy and Mace shit. I've been around, because it's easy. When you got the tools, some jewels, and some, it's easy. Bitch, get in my car. We spoke about this. This ain't nothing new. I'm sure some of y'all watching know this already. When you first meet and you first beat, obviously the first couple times, it may not be the first one, you don't know them, you're still figuring it out, but maybe 2 or 3, by the 4th time, the pipe game is going down drastically. I'm gonna do you filthy. Scorpios, we the best. I'm gonna put down my dominance, show you what it is, show you not dealing with somebody that's the other. And then after that, and women I'm sure do the same thing. Pull out all little freaky tricks and shit you learn from other niggas fucking you, right? Or maybe porn, or however you learn your sex education, because you ain't get it from school. You wasn't listening, right? That's in the beginning. Everything is in the beginning. After 5 years, 6 years, if you don't spice it up, and like Hope said, if you don't keep it fresh, then it's on to the next one, on to the next one. So don't be mad at him when it's on to the next one. Where you going, young lady? I'm saying young and plainly. Where are you going after 39 years of marriage to the same guy? Where you going? And who wants you? And I'm not saying that in a negative way, because maybe a million niggas want. I don't know. She probably gonna have some money if she divorce him, because he's Judge Mathis and she's Judge Mathis's wife. She's nobody to my knowledge. I don't know who she is. If she wasn't married to Judge Joe Mathis, would we know her? Would we care? We only care because it's him. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a buck. We only care because it's him. And you smoke crack, don't you? Where you going? And then you look at Tia Mallory, right? Tia Mallory. She divorced her husband, Corey Hardrick, going on a couple of first dates. What TMZ reporting? No second dates. Nobody don't want to fuck with you. You just threw your whole relationship in the garbage, and nobody want to rock with you. You hard to be around. You hard to, you know what I mean, talk to. You overbearing. And quite frankly, you seem fucking annoying. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying little TikTok videos and shit she putting out. Honestly, somebody that really got a lot going for themselves, besides beating the cheeks red, because she light skinned, a couple of smacks on her ass, but her shit gonna be red, and I'm smacking hard. After that, then when you got a couple dollars, you definitely rich, you definitely a name, you've been in the limelight since a kid, but like Lala Anthony said, right? Only the young niggas is checking for you. And they only want to beat because you're a MILF, which means, oh, you a mom that I would like to fuck. After that, the thrill is gone. The Black Frank White is here to excite, throwing dicks to dykes. Like, after the thrill is gone of fucking a Lala, fucking a Tia Mallory, after that, for a young nigga, what is there? And like the doctor we just finished talking about, where's the guys that you want? Why they not knocking on your door? So where you gonna go, young lady? And that's not to say you should stay with your husband for that. And he like, yo, I'm gonna get my wife back. We still living in the same house. We working on it. And I hope they do work it out. A lot of people in the comments like she should leave him. Leave him to go where? To go live with some cats and some dogs. You know what I mean? To go, or Stella, get your groove back. And be like Fancy. And she getting ready, so I know we gonna be here a while. In the bathroom, flat irons and nail styles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where you going? Where are you going? You're not going nowhere. So you should work on fixing your marriage and staying together, because a marriage is till death do us part. It's the good and the bad. It's the for rich or the for poor. So where are you going, young lady? Where are you going? Even if he cheated, that's not a pass. Go get your chick back. I'm not saying do that either. I ain't condoning none of that. But where are you going? Honestly, where are you going? Y'all let me know where she going. Anybody young in the comments on Instagram or YouTube, is you checking for Jevin Mathis' wife? Are you trying to knock that down? You trying to fuck well? I doubt it. I doubt it. Same. Niggas ain't even checking for Lala like that. They want to beat, but no sticking around. No sticking around. Let's talk about some other shit though. Let's talk about Tyrese, right? Because he recently came out. He had he was on Club Shay Shay. Tyrese been spinning in the clip. Like I see like everything that nigga say go viral. Like that nigga is all the way viral. That nigga is all the way viral. For whatever reason. Whether chicks want to see him, lose all his money to his ex-wife, whether they think he cried too much, whether they think he toxic, whatever it is. They either like Tyrese, he the guy that you love to hate, right? Club Shay Shay did an interview, talked about mad shit. And I didn't watch the whole interview with that either. Not yet. But I do see the clips that's spinning. And one of them is the Jews, the Latinos, the Asians, everybody else but us. Oh, but you're black. And he like, yo, we don't watch them like they watch us. We don't have the infrastructure and we don't move like how they move. And he's right. He's 1,000% right. And whether you disagree, whether you agree, you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. And I'll equate it to I can't think of the Republican's name, right? The Republican that was on the Black Chick show about Jim Crow and living in, that era. When you oppressed and you got to drink at a separate water fountain and you got to get on the back of the bus, the energy, the consciousness, the overall populace of black people. I'm sure it was crime in black areas. I wasn't born and raised in that era, right? But I know people of that age or was from, yesteryear that can attest to more unity, more people looking out for each other, more right on, brother, less nigga, more what's going on, more, make sure you get home and, more consciousness, more sticking togetherness. And I think, obviously, and believe it's because of you going down that dark alley by yourself, or you in the wrong neighborhood and them white folks roll up on you, them KK Clays and them white sheets roll up on you. You might get taken out of here. You might get taken off the shelf. And do you ever think about when you out of here? Yeah, your record videos and all that out of here. So we was more concerned. We had more compassion. We had more unity. We had more people willing to crash out for each other, not against each other. And that's because of the circumstances and the conditions around us. And to quote the young lady on Kevin Samuels' show, right? And we spoke about Kevin Samuels early on when we were speaking about the doctor. He had some young lady on the show, and obviously I don't know her name or whatever, but he was like, chop it, clip it, gotcha on some, gotcha bitch. Like the meme or that little clip that be spinning, gotcha bitch, when you catch somebody slipping and you catch them, you pin them in the box and they can't squirm their way out of it. She was like, yeah, we don't need men. We free now, and we living in 20, and I think it's like 2022 or 2020, yeah, 2022. I think Kevin passed last year. She's like, we don't need men no more. We don't need you, so we free now. And she said it not like with vitriol, but it was like, we don't need you, and we don't. If I have a problem, I call the police. If I got a fire, the fireman's gonna come. If I need an electrician, the electrician's gonna come. My garbage get picked up by the garbage man. Like everything is, the infrastructure and the structure is already built by men. It's already here. You don't have to do anything. Everything is at the palm of your hand, the tip of your fingers. Obviously, if a crime goes down, you call police. They coming after the fact, but everything is here for women. Everything's here for women. If you ain't got no man like Vivica Fox and them, and you got the money, you could get somebody, you could get a strong young man with muscles and all that to rub on your body. Monique, what's the word? Come to your crib in the privacy of your own home, on your own Gucci sheets, on your own Burberry sheets for some of y'all, right? Have a whole nigga come through with the muscles and the oil, rub your body down with the forearm and all that. Like how I give it, I make sure I get deep in there, right? Rub your body down, cook you a meal, all that. You can get anything you want in 2024 if you're a woman by a man. And this is a man's world built by men, right? And not to say that women ain't build and contribute. My point is what she was telling Kevin Samuels, we don't need men no more. We don't need you. And that's why you hear women say, I don't need you, I want you, but I don't need you. Because I'm independent and I can do this shit by myself. Same thing with us as a race and black folks. We've been over here for so long in America. Slavery is so old, even though it's not. You know what I mean? Like Jim Crow is so old, even though it's not. Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X getting killed, it's really a long time ago, even though it's not. And when I say even though it's not, I'm saying 50 years, 60 years. If your grandmother's alive and she's 76, then she's seen that shit. She was around for that shit. She was around when brothers was like, right on, coming in, making sure sisters was good. And we don't have that no more. And so what Tyrese is saying, to go around the block, to bring it back right here, when he's talking about the Asians, the Jews, and the other communities, he like, they got their shit together. They study us, they watch us. We the movement that's movement, but we ain't watching them like how they watch us. We not moving like how they move. We moving as individuals, and they moving like a group, collectively. And then even during that interview with Shannon, he like, yo, don't get the oohs and the ahs and make it a little clip and spin it. I think he said his niece or somebody, one of his good friends is Jews or their daughters or whatever he was talking about. But he like, yo, do you think they the majority of the population? He's actually Shannon. I thought the interview for the clips that I seen was good clips. Was definitely something to think about. And I didn't watch the whole interview yet. I plan on it, right? And he know he ain't have to think long. You know what it is. No, they ain't the most populated. They ain't the most. They don't dominate. But yet they dominate. Yet they dominate. Anywhere you go, somewhere, somehow, they hand is in it. One of they long, like the long arm of the law. They in somewhere, and we're not. They're more powerful, and we're not. And you could say, yo, you know, if we was in the 5% days, say, what's the day's mathematics, God? Non-cipher God, and quality cipher, and culture, and all this shit. Yo, we God. And our bodies is like dinosaurs, and we the fastest, we jump the highest, we the strongest, take on 10 of them. And we the smartest. We built the pyramids, and we from Africa, and all this other shit. And when you look around, you say, damn, well, why are we not dominating? That's the thing. Why are we not dominating? And we not dominating. It's not no secret. It ain't something I just came up with. I'm about to tell y'all the secret. You know, no, we all know it. Especially if you're black and your fucking head is not in the sand. We not like they are because we move as individuals. We going at each other. The Willie Lynch. The young against the old, the light skin against the dark skin, and this and against that, and the status and who got this, who got that. We not rocking with each other like we was yesteryear. That's the difference. And I'm not saying I want to go back when we had separate water fountains and we had to get on the back of the bus. Who the fuck want to go back to that? But what we did have is unity. And I'm not saying everything was perfect and there wasn't no black on black crime or people wasn't getting robbed, people wasn't getting murdered. I'm not saying there wasn't no pimps and drug dealers and hustlers. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there wasn't no scammers. But what I'm saying is ultimately, overall, we knew that, oh no, the white man and the oppressor and big brother or whatever name you want to name them, they'll fuck us up. They'll come kill us. Police will just pull up some shoes. They still doing it now, so you can't be oblivious. But back then, when the laws is helping them cover up like some of them are now, that's why we losing. We competing with each other, and they're working with each other. When I was doing sanitation, and I was a sanitation worker at one time, right? I was working in Brooklyn, in the Bensonhurst area, and that area. Jasmine, what's the word? The real Jasmine, the penthouse jazz. Little Joe, you like, that wasn't me, Lee. That was some other jazz. No, this you right now. Anyway, when I was working out in Brooklyn, working for Jews. I was working for a Jews company. And we was in a Jewish neighborhood. They got their schools. They got their fucking police, seem like. They got their whole neighborhoods. This is in Brooklyn, right? Have you ever been to this part of Brooklyn that I'm talking about? And you say, damn, there ain't no black stores, ain't even no Arab stores or no Mex. Like, it's all lace shit. See on the wording is in their language, Hebrew and all that. They got their own, they got their shit solidified and insulated. You know, when you come to our neighborhood, right? Oh, but you're black. It's the Indians, it's the Arabs, it's the Jews, it's the Asians, it's everybody else. It's the Africans, it's the Mexicans. It's the fucking everybody else in our neighborhoods. And when you go to the Jewish neighborhoods, they shit is solidified. They shit is blocked off, isolated. A lot of the times in the truck, you know, when I wasn't the driver, I was the guy that got to jump out the truck, pick up the garbage, hit the machine, pick up all the nasty shit, pick up the cardboard boxes and all that. And the whole route that we had each night, because I worked the night shift, all Jewish. And when I first was working for them, I was blown away. Like, damn, this is how they got their schools, they got their whole blocks is blocked off. Like, they got this shit under wrap and key. And we don't. But we the strongest, according to us. We was God's first, according to scripture, right? The Garden of Eden in Africa, we the most smart, and I agree with all that. But while we're not first and we're the last, it's because we're not rocking with each other. We don't have that urgency to work with each other. Now, I'm in competition with you. When I come out, I'm going to style on you. When I get up, I'm going to shit on you. Fuck y'all. That's the attitude. And not all, so I don't want to paint the picture as all of us are like that. But that is the mentality. And Tyrese is 100% right. And people are mad. Because when you put the mirror up, one of the one of the gangsterest things, and that's probably not the right word to use, but when adults, man, woman, no matter what race, when you can put the mirror up and say, yo, I know I fall short, I know I was wrong, I know that the person that's speaking truth to me, that's criticizing me, is right, that makes you a better person. That helps you grow. People always be like, yeah, I'm growing. I had to take time off. I had to self-reflect. Well, self-reflecting is not saying where you fall short at and where you need to get better at. Then the work you're doing is, I think, is fake work. You know what I mean? Unless it's some spiritual work. And even in spiritual work and try to, get spiritual enlightenment, still is going to bring you to a crossroads of where can I get better at? I need to probably be more humble. I need to be more grateful. I need to be more appreciative. It's going to bring you to a point where you say, oh, it's something bigger than self. And the day and times we living in where, speaking of Cam Newton, one of his baby moms, Jasmine, where she says she like giving and doing for others, that should just show you right there with damn near all the comments, and we had to put it on 100%. I'm going to say like 70 to 80% of the people was like she a fool because she want to serve. And who are you serving? What work are you doing in the community? And that's the last thing I'll say before I get to the next topic. Speaking of politics, whether no matter what side you on, but specifically if you on the Democrat side and you're going to vote for Kamala, however you pronounce it, that's cool. I'm not knocking you. Do whatever you need to do. But for the people that's like Project 25, we got to vote for her because Project 25. Okay. Cool, I agree with you. Project 25 is not a good thing, right? They want to stop our rights. They want to do this. They want to take control. They don't want no more elections. They want it to be a fucking dictatorship. Everything that you could think of, that's the worst. Let's assume that that's what it is. What are you doing every day to stop it? Are you getting whatever black folks? Are you getting whatever people in your community? Or you or you doing what Kendrick Lamar said on the Lust song? Wake up in the morning thinking about money, kick your feet up. Watch you a comedy, take a shit and roll some weed up. Take a lick, don't go to work today. Get on the gram, stun on the gram on these bitches. You doing the same shit that you been doing after coming into the consciousness of what Project 25 could be? If you are, I don't want to hear shit. Because your argument or the foundation that you think you standing on don't mean nothing. Because if you was really that nervous and that scared of Project 25, nothing else would really matter. Not no social media, not you posting your fucking pics of your Balenciagas, your date night. And I'm not saying life don't go on, but what I'm saying is where's the mobilizing at? Where's the galvanizing at? Where's the meetings and the pop-up shops? And listen, black folks, they about to try to do some shit to us. Where's the leaders at? Not just vote Democrat. Where's in the community the tangible shit? Because if you waking up in the morning think about money but roll some weed up, watch you a comedy, like you ain't really you thinking about money, but you're not working to get the money. There's no discipline behind the thought process. It's just a thought. Yeah, I'm gonna get money today, but when I wake up, first thing I do is roll up a blunt. And again, if you get money that way, or you a rapper, or you already got your shit intact, and you smoke weed, then cool. But if you're not in that field, and you don't fall in that category, how are you thinking about money and you want to get to the bag, but the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is roll some weed up and watch a comedy and kick your feet up, like Kendrick Lamar said? Where's the galvanizing? I don't see it. I don't see it on social media. And when I walk outside, and like people say I'm outside every day too, all over New York City. Whether it's the bus, my bike, the train, or the car. I'm around. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, wherever, Long Island, I'm around. I don't see people galvanizing. I don't see people talking about this shit every day, like this shit is life and death, like y'all saying online to try to scare us. Oh, Project 25, you want them to get immunity? Well, what you doing about it then? Where's the talks? Where's the town hall meetings? Where is it at? Where's the proof? That means you don't really give a fuck. You just like, I'm gonna just vote Democrat and that's it. Come on, doggy. Come on, sis. Who you think you fooling? And like Ho says, you can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You got to take that shit somewhere else, especially for somebody like me that's not Democrat or Republican. So you can talk that talk, it sound good, but when you come out of your apartment, What you doing after work? Is it any Zooms? Is it any meetings? Is anybody talking about? Nah. This is what we need to be doing is make sure when they think they're going to roll out Project 25, we ready to rock and roll with this. And I'll just say this last thing before I get up this topic. No matter if it's her and it's no Project 25 and it's something else, or if he win and it is Project 25. I'm going to move accordingly. And like a lot of y'all be saying under the slavery comments during Black History Month, when they try to remind us of where we come from, I'm dying if it's slavery. Or if I was back in slavery, I'm jumping off the boat and I'm going to get eaten by the sharks and I'm killing 100 masters before they kill me. That's what Lee going to do. I'm going to grab the blizzy and I'm going to protect who I can protect, and you're going to have to kill me or put me in a cage somewhere and do me dirty. I'm not going to just go with the program, and I'm not just saying that. Right, because some of y'all just saying that. As soon as the shit pop off, you're going to go with the program. You're going to bend over, spread your cheeks, and go with the program. And some niggas going to die. Like back in the day, some of my ancestors. Nigga, you ain't raping my wife, you ain't raping me, you ain't doing me dirty. I'm going to jump in the ocean, I'm going to grab the knife, I'm going to grab the spear, I'm going to kill you. And then you're going to have to torture me and kill me. Because every night that I get a chance, I'm trying to get away. Every night that I get a chance, I'm going to try to kill you. Because we outnumber you. And the only thing that keeps us in control and keep us going with the program is fear. That's it. Let's get to some other shit. And I got time today because yesterday we was out partying and I was supposed to do my live yesterday, but I got time today. I got a lot of time. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about Keith Poole. Brother out of Florida area, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all probably seen the news clip spinning. Unfortunately, right? Super unfortunate turn of events. You know, a young man, and you know, not like in his 20s, but a young. I consider myself young, even though I'm older now, in his 40s, right? Took in his daughter's boyfriend because he was doing bad, fell on bad times, and I guess he was into a lot of dumb shit, the gang shit, posting up the blickies and all that. You know what I mean? Doing this is fake. You know what I mean? This is fake. Posting up the blickies, and guess he was like the ringleader or some shit. And the father finally, after some months of living in his house, approached the young man like, yo, you got to get up out of here. Because you can't be in my house doing all this shit, bringing heat to me and just doing dumb shit. Boys to men, and we trying to turn you boys to men like daycare. You got to get out of here. And long story short, killed him. Shot him in front of his kids. Shot him in front of the daughter who was his girlfriend. And I said, wow. When I seen the story now, when you put the beat on, I wasn't shocked and amazed. Unfortunately, I should be. As I be telling y'all, niggas get killed every day. I be saying that plainly, because you get desensitized. Babies get killed every day, B. You get desensitized. Kids over there, women and children in Palestine, whether you agree or not, hundreds of thousands now, I don't thought thousands, right? Killed. It ain't none, it's just part of war. We want the hostages home. You see babies get killed all the time. That's life. We move on. And you do gotta move on. You say, damn. Then we just see this shit with the twins in Alabama. Daddy, daddy, when the boyfriend shot the father. And you see a lot of this Pookeisha, you know what I mean? These hood rat chicks, these city girl chicks, and Rack City bitch, Rack City bitch. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And I think of Umar Johnson, who we talked about early on when he wanted to battle D.L. Hughley on some debate shit. He had a clip that went viral. He was giving a speech or a lecture, and he was saying like, you know, you can't save everybody, and that means some of our kids. That means some of our own families. And we really wanted to reverse this shit on some Tony. There was no other way. And get rid of the fuck people that's bringing down the community. Some of that is our family. That's why when you know people in the comments when certain shit pop off, it's like, yo, your cousins and them is the king of the Bloods. They the king of the Crips. They the king of the Nietas. They out here controlling shit. They running them up. They the ones giving the guns to the young boys. They telling them what to do. These is your cousins in them. This is your baby fathers in them. This is your brothers in them. This is our family, our people. Keep it a buck. on the channel as we do. What we gonna do? Are we really trying to fix the community? You would have to exile or get rid of, in his words, Dr. Umar Johnson, put down. He was saying we got to put them niggas down. Put them bitches down. I'm using bitches and to all my niggas and my bitches and my bitches and my niggas. Wave your motherfucking life. We got to put them down. And a lot of people was like, oh, my ears. Oh, that sound real radical. That sound crazy. Talking about killing your kids? Talking about killing our cousins and them? Free Pookie and free Rex, free my niggas till they all free. That's what most of us be saying. Nigga catch a body about a week ago. What we posting up in there, that was my nigga. I just was smoking with him. Yo, my nigga on Rikers, I'm gonna send my nigga a loony, yo, send a bitch up there. Those is my niggas. Right, those are your niggas. Cause that's your family. That's your cousins in them. He was saying, nah, some of them gotta get taken up out of here. Some of them gotta go. And not just the prison. And when you think about it, you say, damn, those twin bitches, the twin sisters, not bitches, the twin sisters that was rappers, TikTok famous, what they boyfriend do? Killed their father right in front of them. Daddy, daddy. They ain't even go to jail for that shit because it was the boyfriend. I think they locked them now because some other shit happened with them and they end up getting locked up. What happened to Keith Poole? Let your boyfriend come live with you, which was a no-no. And I get it. Sometimes we want to help our cousins. Sometimes we want to help our uncles. We let them come live with us, let them sleep on the couch, even though we know they ain't got shit together. That's how they end up in your crib in the first place, right? Because they fucking up. And what Rick Ross say, you ain't getting money, that just means you fucking up. You just fucking up. That's why you ain't getting money. You fucking up. Somewhere along the line, the discipline and the self-restraint is off. You know what I mean? You got to come live with me. I'll let you come live with me. And then you kill me in front of my kids. Shoot me like a dog in the street after I brought you in my home. And again, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. I should be. Because this shit shouldn't be the norm. But we see cases like this happen too often. Like, yeah, mother killed, you know what I mean? Daughter killed the father. Daughter killed the mom. This happened. And this is scripture. This is prophecy. For those that don't believe, and that's fine, I'm not pushing my beliefs on you. It's in the Bible and it's in the good book as well. The last days will be when parents start killing their kids and kids start killing their parents. How long that shit been happening now? For a little while now, right? And even in the days before Islam established as the way it's established now, the Arabs used to bury their daughters in the sand because it's better to have boys, according to them. You know what I mean? Like, well, I don't want no daughter. I need a boy to carry on the legacy, to carry on the throne. So we got 2 girls, we got 3 girls, come kill them, put them in the sand, bury them. They've been doing that. And now we see often too many times in today's day and time, kids killing their parents like it's nothing, like it's going out of style. And it's unfortunate for him. He was trying to do the right thing, and it's unfortunate. And the thing is, bombs on the check-in, bombs on the beat. When you see certain people moving a certain way, you just gotta let them be. You cannot compromise or do. I'll say it like this, and I'll say this is what one of my good brothers, how he explained it to me. So I'll explain it to you like that because it stays with me. He like when the Most High is punishing somebody, if you think you're gonna step in and interfere with that punishment and lend a hand, then you're gonna be punished too because they gotta go through what they're going through. That's their trial, that's their tribulation. And that's not to say you shouldn't help anybody. But what I'm saying is when somebody is going, they going through it. And you think you're gonna come in and save the day. Nah, you just adding their burden on you. And what the brother did, instead of shunning him and like telling his daughter, listen, I'm trying to raise you right. Trying to raise you to be, upstanding, productive member of society. You see how your father's moving, whether I was moving a certain way when I was younger. Now, this is how I'm moving now. This is how I take care of you. I got your brothers and sisters in here. I got my wife in here. I don't want you dealing with this nigga. This is why. And if you continue to do this, you're out of here. You out of here. More or less, bring a nigga in the crib. It's only one alpha male in here. Only could be one queen bee. That's why a lot of women have issues with their daughters when their daughters start fucking and get their period and thinking they grown and women gotta tell no, it's only one queen in this house. And you gonna take your ass out of here. You think you fucking, you think you grown, you better go to that nigga house. And you out of here. Right. Do you ever think about when you out of here, you living under this roof, out of here, you doing what you think you gonna do under my house, you're out of here. We not having that. And you can look at that and say that that's wrong, you shouldn't kick your kids out. And look at 50 Cent. Perfect example, right? We all love 50 Cent. That's why I'll use him as an example. We all love that he trolls, sometimes a little bit too much. Talking about Irv Gotti and obviously, you know, with the stroke or whatever he had. Whatever it is, like whatever we do, a lot of people they on 50 Cent side. And I rock with 50 Cent as well, right? Niggas screw their face up at me. What happened with him and his son? What did he say? Marquise, right? And we spoke about this a few times. He like, yo, the nigga is too entitled. Nigga's 26 years old. Nigga listening to his mama. I don't owe you nothing. I gave you life. And that's what my mom used to tell me. If you old enough, I'm sure you heard this. I brought you in this world. Nigga, I take you out. You think you gonna disrespect me? You think you gonna do what you wanna do in my house while I pay the bills? Just because you got your little dick wet? You out of here, or I'm gonna whip your ass, or Papa gonna whip your ass. Somebody gonna put foot to ass, because you're just not gonna be up in here doing what you want to do. And some parents let their kids do what they want to do, and you could turn out the same way whether your parents was against or whether they enabled you. Obviously, we see both, you know, scenarios playing out. But he brought the dude in, and he turned himself in. But what's the crazy part, right? Is after he shot him and killed him in his own house, he took off. He ran. Obviously, he ran away, but the daughter ran with him. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. She ran with him. She booked and burnt it up with him. And I'm saying, damn. Father bleeding out on the fucking floor. Body ain't even cold yet. Your siblings is there. And you run off with Pookie and Ray Ray? I'm not even going to say his name. You ran off and your father's bleeding out? That's wild. That's all the way crazy. But that's the day and age we living in. So you on 50 Cent side? Where you fucking out of here and I'm disowning you? Or you going to be like Keith? And you going to bring a nigga in your household because your daughter don't want to let go some Pookie ass nigga. And this is the last thing I'll speak about because, again, the community is what brings the community down. Whatever levels, you know, we're at. And you got a lot of women, they like the thug, Pookie ass niggas. And you got a lot of niggas that like the toxic, ratchet type bitches. They don't want a certain type of women. And women definitely want certain type of niggas. So you in your 30s as a woman, right? And you looking for a mate. And a nigga come with the gang signs and all that. And he crip walking. You entertaining that? Or you gonna run the other way? And run away on some Kanye West shit. A lot of women entertaining that. So what does that say about you, sister? Sister. What does that say about you? Who you rocking with? Who you checking for? You checking for the lowest of the low. And to quote Slick Rick like I do all the time. But just about then, Trevor, my friend, came in. He said, no, Rick, don't you playing with these chicks, it's a sin. He grabbed me by my shirt and pulled me right at the store. And said, I don't want to see you playing with these lowlights no more. Now come along. We have a party to attend with some real mature women and some more of our friends. He held out a cab and he waited for a minute and you get the gist of it. Who you dealing with? You dealing with low vibration individuals. And as the parent, you never supposed to let your child dictate what goes on in your house. That's just how I'm raised. And if you watch the channel, I appreciate you. But then you know I ain't got no kids of my own. I helped raise some kids, but I'm from listening. I don't give a fuck if they my kids or not. My house, where I'm the man at, where I pay bills at, where I dictate shit, you listening to me or you out of here. Or I'm out of here. It's one of the two. Especially if the woman is like, no, it's my kids, or, you know, I won't be talking to them like that, or, all right, well, then I'm out of it. This is the situation that's not for me. One of the two got to give. Can't be, you know, friendly and all that shit with your fucking kids. And some of us are too friendly with our kids. And this is what happens. You end up getting shot down like a dog in front of your other kids. horrible situation. But he ended up turning himself in. And so now how should the family look? Imagine if that was your sister or your cousin or your niece and your brother just got killed by her fucking boyfriend and you ran off with him. Then you come back a couple days later because he turned himself in and you got nowhere to go now. Should she get the skin whipped off her ass? Should she be charged with aiding and abetting a fucking fugitive? Criminal. Can't make this shit up. As Kevin Sanders used to say, you just can't make it up. It's the last shit we're going to get to. It's the last shit. It's old, but it's not old. It's not old because I'm sure his family don't think it's old. I'm sure his family is still mourning. I'm sure his family is still thinking like, damn, our son is dead. Our nephew is dead. Our cousin is dead. And we're talking about none other than Abdul Vix, a.k.a. Mr. Disrespectful. And the name should say it all. Philly rapper, West Side Philly, allegedly maybe kind of sort of YBGs or whatever, getting money, chasing money, and CNB. And we all we got. CNB. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And what breaks my heart, and you know, for a lack of a better term, you know, because I try to practice the best that I could. I'm the Islamic faith. That's that's what I choose to try to follow for spirituality. You can believe what you want, right? And it's the Islamic community is big in Philly. It's real big. A lot of the brothers that's killing each other and bodying each other, they Muslim. At least in name part, his name is Abdul Vix. And Abdul is servant of the law, right? And you say you dancing on graves, you digging up graves. And I say, yo, these real rappers, this shit gotta be like, yo, if you piss on the grave, Charles Dickens, I'm gonna get the tombstone of the grave. If you get the tombstone of the grave, I'm gonna get some weed made up and I'm gonna go sit on the grave and smoke on the grave. If you smoke on the grave and you piss on the grave and you dance on the grave, I'm gonna go dig the grave up and then I'm gonna motherfucking dance with the skeleton. Like, I don't know what these people are thinking of when they think of the disrespectful shit that they do to the ops, to oh, but you're black. I don't know what they thinking of, but for you to go dig, like, yo, this shit gotta, like I say on the channel, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. This one here, borderline shocked and amazed. Because we see the chick out of Oakland, what is it, can't even think of her name, Fortune Tiny or whatever her name was, right? She had the tombstone and she was smoking on a loud pack of her boyfriend. We see the dude from Chicago whose car got shot up with his daughter in it and his daughter got killed. Shot his car like 30 fucking times at the McDonald's drive-thru and he got injured but he didn't die. Then he got on the radio and was saying what he was saying, some dumb shit. And, you know, definitely not wishing that on his daughter and nothing like that, obviously. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I felt bad. I felt like, fuck, why he ain't go? You know what I mean? Like Uncle Murray said, why you take Kobe? Why you ain't take one of these other lesser niggas? You know what I mean? Like Delonte West or whatever, right? And I ain't wishing that on nobody anyway, but you get the point that I'm making. Then you had Fulio, right? He just passed. We did a show about him, or we talked about him as a topic. Unfortunately, where you go into the dead, you know, the ops' grave on a birthday or the anniversary where they got killed, and you smoking and making a rap video, like it's like, nah, whatever you can do, I can do better. Like niggas is challenging each other, and I'm being funny, but I'm not because it's disheartening and it's like, what is we coming to? Fat Man Scoop just died. Are you gonna make some Fat Man Scoop, Kirkland Clan? You gonna make some hits? Or you gonna go to your fucking ops grave and piss on it and dig it up and piss on the tombstone, deface the tombstone, smoke on a loud pack? Like, what we really doing? And his life was taken. Broad daylight, yeah, 100 shots, hold that down. And it wasn't 100 shots, but obviously they shot him up and he's dead now. Rest in peace to him, condolences to his family, but are we surprised that he's got killed? Mr. Disrespectful, and everybody feared me. You see the clips spinning, you know, when they die, They bring up all these old clips of you talking crazy or you saying some outlandish shit. And one of the clips that's spinning to him is, you know, niggas know me everywhere. I go Philly, woo, woo, woo. Never been robbed, never been none. Niggas ain't gonna touch me. And like Shorty, can't think of her name. The chick, she like, I know this gonna make niggas mad, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, you think you the Teflon Don and you think you the only one with guns. You think you the only one with bulletproof vests. You think you the only one that's on crash out missions. And what Raekwon say, you got guns, we got guns too. What up, son, dude? You want to battle for cash and see who's son too? You want to really go at it and see who really about that life? Because you're not the only one, obviously. You're not the only one in the world that's willing to put it on the line. Dun, dun, dun. Like, you're not the only one. And when you do shit like that, dig up a grave, piss on a grave, deface a grave, dance on a grave, your daughter get killed, unfortunately. Other people around you get killed. Fulio mom shot up 8 times, one less than 50 Cent. Like, shot 8 fucking times. Told him like, yo, you wildin'. You putting my life in jeopardy and danger over some drill trying to be a rap superstar shit. And he didn't take heed. Even though his moms got shot 8 times, he didn't take heed. Then ultimately they took his life. And now they took Mr. Disrespectful life. Are we going to learn from these asinine thinking? All to make a drill record more authentic, more organic? You really rapping about some shit you did? Bro, sis, you bugging. You wilding. And what's going to happen is, it may not be you. It may not be you. I can't think of the rapper name from Philly. Caesar's us. Well, it may not be you. It may be your daughter. It may be your mom's. It may be your little cousin while you outside on some, on some uncle shit or some big brother shit that day. Because you trapping and you a drill rapper, but you still got family. You still may have kids. So on this day you decide to go get ice cream, the ops see you. Say, oh shit. Ain't that nigga that was talking that shit on the record over there? Yo, roll the window down. Put the mask on. Put the mask on. This is fake gun, by the way. Fake, y'all. This is the Deadpool gun. This is Deadpool. I know that was trying to flag me last. This is just Deadpool. That's all. Yo, ain't that nigga that was talking that shit on that track? No, wasn't that nigga just dancing up? Yo, roll the window down. And they can't shoot. They don't got no fucking training. They're not really at the gun range like that. They're not no agent. They're not no law enforcement. They don't, you know what I mean? Even though you may catch a body, you may shoot a gun, you're not like that. You're not Jason Bourne. So when you drive on the back of the scooter or you rolling and you roll the window down in a moving car and you see your target, you become an accident murderer. Like Slick Rick and Nas. You an accident fucking murderer. You ain't really murdered that person on purpose. You killed the kid. You killed the old lady. You killed the grandfather. You killed the mother. You didn't even get the person you was shooting at. You know why? Because you was scared to get up on them. You was scared to get up close and personal. So you shot from across the street, from behind the tree, from behind the house. Cars speeding fast. You ain't really get up on them. You ain't like that. You think you like that. And then, ultimately they get revenge back. And they kill your moms by accident. They really wanted you. They kill your daughter by accident. They really wanted you. They kill somebody you love by accident, but they really wanted you. And that's why Nas said, get up on them, make the right man bleed. Get up on them. If you're going to do it, do it. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, do it. Don't shoot like this. Get up on him. Make sure he dead. Make sure he dead if that's what you're about. Don't kill an innocent person because you're scared and you can't shoot. Go to the gun range. Get efficient with shooting. Make sure you know how to clean the gun and take it. Make sure you know how to do all that. So when you on your killing spree, if that's what you're about, but you're black, you could get the right people. And you don't hurt innocent people that ain't got nothing to do with it. Do we feel sorry for Mr. Disrespectful? No? How could you? Nigga went and digged up a grave. Bold. Brazen. Didn't say anything, ain't gonna do nobody gonna do nothing. Oh yeah? Alright, tough guy. We gonna see. And he's seen. Broad daylight, they ain't even wait till the nightfall. We coming to get you in the daytime, nigga. And we gonna hit you up, Pac. Hit him up. Hit him up. Let everybody see it's a spectacle. And hold that. Or as Diddy would say, take that, take that. That's what I got for y'all. It's late now. It's 1. You know what I mean? Y'all was just tuned in. Populous TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.